Wells Club. I wanted to take a quick second to show you how to use this crazy anchor chart when you are doing these converting length problems. It looks terrifying. It's actually super easy, and you get to use your Desmo. So right now on my screen I have my anchor chart. On another tab I have my Desmo calculator, and then last but not least we have problems that we need to complete. Okay, our very first one that we're going to work through says, Susan drew a line on the sidewalk that was 4 feet long. How many inches long was the line? Okay, the very first thing you have to do on a problem like this is you have to go in and figure out what in the world you're looking for. So I'm going to reread it and highlight the important information. Susan drew a line on the sidewalk that was 4 feet long. Right now I have my number. It says 4 feet long. How many inches long was the line? I have to take it to inches. So I'm going to try my best with this typing or with this pen tool. All right, so I have to go from 4 feet long to how many inches? So right now our problem gives us 4 feet. So I'm going to do 4 feet. F-T equals, and we have to figure out how to get to inches. So I'm going to draw this blank line and then put I-N. All right, I'm now going to flip back to my anchor chart to use that for some help, and then I can also use my calculator as well. So right now I have to go from 4 feet to inches. So I'm going to flip back to my anchor chart here. I'm going to put my mouse on feet, and I've got to get to inches. So I just have to follow the arrow. So again, the problem is that I have to get from 4 feet to some inches. So right now I have 4 feet. I'm following my arrow. It says times 12, and that will give me my inches. So again, I put my mouse on 4 feet. I follow my arrow, and it's telling me I have to do times 12 to get to inches. So I'm going to go back to my problem, and underneath that I'm going to write it just so I don't forget. 4 times 12. Now I know you've been out of school for a while, so 12 times 4 might be a little tricky, but 12, 24, 36, 48. Now I'm just going to double check and make sure 48 is correct by using my calculator, because again, you can use a calculator on this. 12 times 40, oops. Let me clear that out. Try that again. It was 4 times 12. And my answer is 48. So my total would be 48 inches. All right, let's try the next one. The length of the board was 60 inches. How many feet long was the board? We have to go back and figure out what it is we need to know. The length of the board was 60 inches. How many feet long was the board? Our problem gave us 60, it's awful, inches. I have to get to something feet. I'm going to flip back to my anchor chart. I'm going to put my mouse on inches because that's what it gave me. So I come right down here, inches. Now I have to get to feet. I wouldn't follow this arrow because that arrow is not pointing the right direction. So I would follow the arrow all the way over to feet. So again, it gave us 60 inches. Got to get to something with feet. 60 inches divided by 12. 60 divided by 12. And again, I know you're confused a little bit with counting by 12s, so we're going to use our Desmo. Clear it. 60 divided by 12. 5. So my answer is 5 feet. Next one. The soccer field at Bryan Elementary is 15 feet long. How many yards long is the soccer field? I'm going to read it again and figure out what it is I have to know. The soccer field at Bryan is 15 feet long. How many yards long is the soccer field? Our problem gave us 15 feet. I have to get to something with yards. Again, I'm going to use my anchor chart. It told me 15 feet, so I'm going to put my mouse on 15 feet, and I've got to get to yards. So again, I can't go up because that arrow's not pointing in the right direction. So from feet to yards. So our problem was 15 feet divided by 3, and that will give us our yards. 15 divided by 3. Now I hope you remember your 3 song. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, that gives you 5. But in case you have forgotten or want to double check, you're more than welcome to use your Desmo. 15 divided by 3. 5. So my correct answer is 5 yards. Next one. A sunflower grew to be 4 feet tall. How many inches is the sunflower? A sunflower grew to be 4 feet tall. How many inches? Our problem gave us 4 feet. Oops. Silly mouse. And I've got to get to something. Let me try that again. Inches. I go flip over to my anchor chart, put my mouse on feet. I've got to get to inches, so I follow the arrow. 4 times 12. $12, $24, $36, $48. But I want to double check. I'm going to use my calculator. 4 times 12, 48. And then I'm going to do one more with you. James drives to Suffolk each day for work. He just called me. Funny. That means he's coming home. Anyways, James drives to Suffolk each day for work. He drives 12 miles to get to Suffolk each day. How many feet does he drive to get to work? Again, James drives to Suffolk each day for work. He drives 12 miles to get to Suffolk each day. How many feet does he drive to get to work? So we're going from 12 miles equals something with feet. All right. So again, I flip over to my anchor chart. It gave us miles. Oh my goodness. Miles down to feet. Well, we can't just skip. So we're going to have to go ahead and do both arrows. So we have to go from miles to yards, yards down to feet. So this is a multi-step problem. Because again, it's asking me to go from miles all the way to feet. And there's not an arrow for that. So again, we'll do 2 different problems for this one. So we're going to convert from miles to yards first. So it gives us 12 miles. We're going to multiply that by 1,760. 12 times 1,760. this one I'm not even going to try to do in my head. I'm going to just use my Desmo. 12 times 1,760. 21,120. 21,120. All right, that gave me yards. I now have to take my yards to feet. So problem number 2. 21,120 to feet. I go to my anchor chart. 21,120 yards to feet times 3. That is a terrible 3, but 21,120 times 3. It's still in my Desmo, so I'm just going to hit times 3. 63,360 feet. 360, I forgot. 360 feet. All right, I hope that helps you out. I'll also be reteaching this again on our Zoom meeting this afternoon for all of 4th grade. So if this is still a bit confusing, I would highly suggest tuning in for that, just to get a little bit of extra help before you do your exit ticket. Okay, you guys have a great day.